Hello! I'm back. I'm alive with a cat. I wanted to talk about my Vegas trip because I think I'm finally recovered. I didn't even do a lot of drinking. It was just a lot of learning and a lot of fun and a lot of hanging out with my girlfriends, and it was just a blast. It was definitely a well worth it trip. If you've never been to Vegas, I definitely recommend going. It is definitely a lot of fun. I went last year with my dad, but this year going with friends is just the best. We stayed in Paris and we were there for the Mascara Beauty 2019 conference, and it was so much fun. We barely even left the Paris hotel, and I liked that part of it, I guess, because even though we went down the strip to go to In-N-Out, we basically stayed in one place. We didn't have a lot of time to really do much, but it was just hanging out with each other. We did have the option the first day. I got there on Thursday really early in the morning. My friend Sandra picked me up from the airport, and then we hung out together and we got to know each other a little bit. Now, these are people that I've been talking to for well over a year at this point, and we finally got to meet in person. I've met a couple of them in person, but most of them, I was meeting them for the very first time. It was the best. We are so similar in many ways, and it's just like the friendship that you've been craving and that you've been needing in your life is real, and it happened, and it was just amazing. But the very first day, we went to the hotel and we waited for everybody else to get there. Once we had a couple of us there, we went to lunch, and it was the best time because we ordered some drinks, and when the waitress came around, we asked her what this one drink was. It was supposed to like be enough for your table, and she was like, oh, that's enough for like 2 people, and we were like, oh, only 3 of us are drinking, like we should just get one of them. Y'all, I think I got a picture of it. I'll insert it here, but it was huge. It was massive. It was this big jar, and my cat's right here, so if you see something, that's what's going on. It was this huge jar of a mojito, and it was delicious. It was so refreshing. If you've never been to Vegas, it's hot there. You don't sweat though. It's like this dry heat, and it's so weird, but it was just still so refreshing to have, and it was like the perfect level of, I don't want to say drunk because I don't think that we were like drunk or anything, but the perfect level to like feel good and to be happy and to just up your level a little bit more, and it was so good. The food was good. The fries tasted like sour cream and onion Pringles. It was I'm probably gonna go back there like every single time I go to Vegas because that's how good it was. But we got a swag bag when we checked in, and this was one of the items that we got. We also got a tube lipstick. We got a bath bomb, and what else? Like these charms for our purse. It was just so cute, and you feel so appreciated. And one thing that I noticed when we got there was you knew who was wearing the makeup because we're so glowy and we look so fresh and it doesn't look cakey and all of that type of stuff. You just knew who was there that belonged to your business, and it was just so cool. But we had classes on Friday. They announced new products, and it was just a typical convention. But the first class that I went to was a photography class, and I am in no way a photographer. I just aim for good lighting and hope for the best, and that's all I do with it. But this, we learned like how to get the correct shape for your bodies and how to get perfect lighting and how to get that cool lighting that is like reflective and all that stuff. So it was just a nice quick course on how to like upgrade your photography. I do take a lot of selfies, so that was perfect for me to learn. When we were in our room, we would take outfit pictures every morning. If you're not following me on Instagram, follow me here and you can see all the pictures that I took. It was just so much fun because you can be like an upped version of yourself in Vegas. I wore this sequin dress and it's something that I would never consider wearing unless I'm in Vegas, and it was just stunning. We took pictures in the elevator lobby and had a bunch of fun. Like, that's the friendships that I rely on, is uplifting and empowering each other to do better and to get the perfect pose and the perfect picture for you. Like, I was on the floor in this dress, like on my stomach, taking pictures of people because I wanted them to have the perfect shot. It was just hilarious. I went to Katy Martin's class, and she is a top leader in the business, and holy moly, this woman is a beast. She is just like ripped to the core. She's a photographer and a mom, and just the way that she talked about the business, you just like looked at her and you're like, this is so simple. Like, why was this ever so complicated? Why did this ever seem so complicated? Because it's not at all. She taught us how to close a sale and the simple steps to take to get people in your makeup chair. And it's things that you hear all the time from different trainings that you do online, but being there in person is just like something clicks in your brain and you're like, oh, well, I can do that. I am totally capable of sitting 4 people in my chair a month and getting makeup on their face and making them feel beautiful. Like, I can do that. But I absolutely loved her class. I think hers was my favorite out of all of them. Just the way she empowered the people in that room and how she presents herself. It's like, yes, like I can do that. I am Tina and I can do that. Next class was with my leader, Jackie Richards, but she is just down to earth and so funny and so relatable, and just the way you could tell that she was nervous and all of that. It was so precious, and she would goof up and she would just roll with it, and it would be so cute and funny, and oh gosh, I just loved her. And it was all about your mission statement and how you should be in it for yourself, nobody else, how you shouldn't really be in it for the money. Yeah, it's good to make money off your business, but at the same time, like, your goal should be bigger than that. It should be all about like helping people and making them feel beautiful versus making them look beautiful. It's just, you're here for a bigger purpose, and that's what I loved about it. Is, yeah, we're all here to love makeup and to get it on faces, but at the end of the day, like, what are you really in it for? A mission statement is good to have in general, whether it be for like your family or your own self in your life. Like, you should have a purpose to yourself in some sort of way, and that's what this convention was all about, was feeling like a queen and feeling empowered and knowing that you are the queen. You are your own queen, and you need to straighten your crown, put your chin up, and walk across whatever you need to walk across, because you can do it. It's all about self-love and self-growth and all of that. As you can tell, that fire is lit under my little tushy, and I am ready to roll, ready to roll. Then that night we had our masquerade dance, and it was just a lot of fun. Getting ready with girlfriends is always really fun. But we went, and it was like an award ceremony. They called out certain people who are higher up in the company. My leader, Vanessa, she got to walk across the stage, and it was amazing. And I went to Hip to Be Square by Rachel Jacob. She is the CEO of the company's sister. I have talked to her personally, and she is amazing, and she is just, she's my rock star because she's so edgy and like blunt and honest, and I feel like that's what I am, and so I relate to her a lot. And her class was all about comparing, and I feel like my platform is all about having confidence and how you shouldn't compare yourself, and that's what I really talk about in a lot of my social media posts, is having confidence and never comparing yourself. I struggle with comparing, but I've definitely learned to cut it out and to be myself and to be authentic and be who you really are, because at the end of the day, you only get one life and you're never going to be somebody else. You're always going to be you. So why not live the life that you've been given, walk the legs that you've been given, show the arms that you've been given, and just live your best life. The next class that I went to was the third one of the day, and it was by Harmony Buse. And she is just this cute little petite woman who is just hilarious, and I love her family. I follow her on social media, all these people you can follow on social media. And hers was to choose 1 to 3 areas of expertise. So basically building your own brand. You don't want to live off of the company brand, because that's the owner's brand. That's what she's created for herself. You want to be your own person and you want to be your own brand. So you should think about 4 things that you can branch off of. So like for me, mine is being confident and being a mom and being a working mom along with that, and just finding who you are and basically rolling off of that and trying to be relatable. There's always someone out there who's going to relate to you, so you should never be afraid to share, because someone out there needs you. Someone out there is looking for someone just like you who they can relate to and that they can just spew off of and just feel like they aren't alone. That night on Saturday, we had our pool party, and it was a dance party. I wore this little red dress, and I can be honest, I know I've been preaching about how I'm confident, but it was the most terrifying outfit that I've ever worn in my whole entire life. It was like a bathing suit basically with like this skirt. It looked like a dress but had shorts underneath it. It was just really, really short, and everybody loved it, and I was so uncomfortable. Like I was like, oh my God, I'm not the tiniest girl here. I have a body. And it was just, I don't know. I have this fear of being in a crowd of other women who are beautiful, and I just don't feel confident. I've been harassed in my life by a bunch of women, so it's just like that fear kept rolling through, and it was like, no, I'm gonna break through this. I didn't jump in the pool. I got in the pool to take a couple pictures in my outfit, and that is when a bunch of other women were cheering me on, and they were taking pictures, and they were just like, yeah, you got this. Like, it was amazing. And that's what it was all about. Was you may think that someone is more beautiful than you, but you don't know their struggles. You don't know what they're going through. And we should all just support each other and love each other. And that's what I love about Mascara, is we're all there to be more than makeup. We're there to make friendships. We're there to find a bond. We're there to learn. We're there to be more than makeup. So there's something different about the culture. There's something different about it. And that's what attracted me into it. And I absolutely had an amazing time. I never ever want to look back and be like, oh, I had a bad time, because I can't even say that. It was amazing. Yeah, I had my moments where I was anxious or tired or something like that, but I didn't want to leave my girls. I mean, I missed my family, but at the end of the day, like, I had an amazing time. Next year's convention is also in Vegas. It's going to be off the strip, which I feel like is going to be a little bit nicer. And it was just, I'm so excited. I already bought my ticket and I am committed to this. I am 100% in love with this brand, in love with this company, and I cannot wait to see where my adventure takes me. And yeah, I am glowing. I had an amazing time, and thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram where you can see more daily content, and I've created a Vegas bubble so you can go and look back at everything. So thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.